So what is going on, all you lovely people, and welcome back to another custom Gobblegum video. And you guys have been so supportive of the last videos that it has to become a regular thing now, which I'm super glad about. But for the next episode, I want you guys to leave me Gobblegums that can be used for grief mode. Yes, you heard me correctly, a grief mode based Gobblegum. So just to spice things up a bit after the idea was given to me by Paradox Gravy on Twitter. So before we begin, please like the video and we will get right into today's video. At my number 5 spot, we have Treat Yourself. Now this Gobblegum can be essentially used for just about anything on any map, and that's the sole purpose of this Gobblegum. Treat Yourself allows the player upon consumption to purchase anything on the map for free of cost, and although it sounds fairly harsh to work with, it could have the same functions as what Secret Shopper does when you are going to purchase ammo for a different gun. And what makes this Gobblegum so good is the amount of times a player would want to use it in a game. Say a player had 4 of these in their inventory for Gobblegum and wanted to get a free door and Juggernog, they would have to use 2 separate Gobblegums of Treat Yourself in order to do this, as this only works on 1 item per game. So Treat Yourself would also be a self-activated Gobblegum with a mega rarity with 1 single use to make this a fairly rare Gobblegum to have. Now at my number 4 spot comes a Reddit user made Gobblegum, and it's actually called Overpowered Up. And now don't let the name confuse you for being too overpowered. This Gobblegum is a very good play on words, and I like the idea and concept behind it as well. With Overpowered Up, when the player picks up a power-up drop, the drop will last for a standard 90 seconds instead of the regular 30 seconds. And no, don't be so driven off the idea of temporal gift. That Gobblegum actually lets the power-up drop last longer without being picked up. And how I see that Gobblegum is it should not be as high in the categories as it is for Gobblegum. So with Overpowered Up, you could basically pick up a death machine for an example and be rewarded with a nice 90-second death machine that you'd get in Moon or on Ascension. And you can also use a double points for an example if you want. But the rarity and the type of this Gobblegum would be an ultra rare mega along with a 2-round base just to keep it from being so overpowered. But anyway, let's move on into the next Gobblegum. And for my number 3 spot, we have Heavy Duties. A Gobblegum that I personally think nobody ever in Zombies will use, but it is still worth the mention in this video regardless. Now Heavy Duties upon consumption turns all barriers on the map into iron barriers, similar to the perma perk we got through Black Ops 2. And although you all might agree with me on it being pointless, it could actually turn out to be a huge factor in keeping the zombies from spawning in, whether that be on the Giant or even on Der Eisendrache, where there tend to be a lot more barriers compared to the other maps on Black Ops 3. And overall, the Gobblegum doesn't have many uses apart from just keeping the zombies away for longer, but the rarity of the Gobblegum will be a mega Gobblegum due to its ability, and it would be an automatic activation, making it an orange gumball, so it lasts the entire game. And that will be it, so we shall get right into my number 2 spot. And now for my number 2 spot comes from another Reddit user, and it's a pretty average Gobblegum that has been talked about all across Reddit, and this would be Pack in a Box. Now what Pack in the Box literally does is whatever weapon you pick up from the mystery box, not including wonder weapons, the ray gun, or monkey bombs, will be instantly upgraded upon picking up. And in this case, if I had have seen the Weevil for an example in the mystery box and I had this Gobblegum equipped on me at the very time of spinning the box, when I pick up this weapon from the mystery box, it will be instantly upgraded. As for a ray gun or a wonder weapon, they will not change the quality. They will not interfere with the Gobblegum itself in any way, which is a very good idea for a Gobblegum, as Treyarch have added in some fairly average war weapons that don't deal enough damage for war power, but the rarity and the type of this Gobblegum will be a rare mega Gobblegum with an automatic activation when receiving a weapon from the mystery box. And that, guys, is Pack in a Box. And for my number 1 spot for this video, I have a Gobblegum that is something I was told about and is a rather great idea for zombies, and it is called Reconstructionist. Now this is a Gobblegum that is a redefined version of what was in Buried for Black Ops 2, when Leroy the Giant was giving candy at a workbench and what would happen if he had done so? He would go and grab all the parts needed for a random buildable and place it on the workbench completely built. Now, don't get too carried away with this idea and think that it will build the Apothecum Servant or the KT4 or the Ragnaroks. It simply does not work in that way and will only gather parts that are stationary on the map itself, just like in Buried, where all of the buildable parts were in one place. And this Gobblegum, I'd say, would only ever build the shield instantly for the players at any workbench across the map to pick up. And with a rarity of an ultra mega rare or possibly lower and an automatic activation upon pickup, this Gobblegum would definitely be a great item or Gobblegum to see in the future of maps. And that, guys, is all for this video of custom Gobblegums. If you have any ideas of your own that you'd like to share, then be sure to do that in the comments below. And for the next episode of our Gobblegums, be sure to leave your ideas for Grief Gobblegum. And if you enjoyed the video, then make sure to smash that like button and to also subscribe to never miss out on any videos in the future. But for now, have a great day, and I'll catch you all next time.